Welcome to Lose a Pound Daily. I wanted to take a few minutes and go over some things with you to help you on your health and wellness journey and make sure that you start off and have a successful weight loss journey and weight maintenance journey. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the website. When you come here, you'll most likely come to the Home tab. But if you go to this Start Here button, I'll have a welcome video here that tells you a little bit about the programs that we offer. And in addition to that, once you determine which program you want, whether it's keto or Success in a Bottle, and we have some other programs too, but those are the ones I highlight. Let's say we want to talk about keto. Let's start that first. If you come here and click the keto program, it's going to take you here to tell you how to start with the 14-day induction meal. Now, we highly suggest that you start with the 14-day induction. What this is going to do is really kickstart your fat loss. It gets you into ketosis. Most people rather quickly. For me, it took about 2 days to get you into ketosis, and it starts the fat burning process. And during this process, you will see quite a bit of fat loss. Most of it will show up in inches. A lot of people do lose weight as well, but don't get discouraged if you see it show up in inches instead of showing up on the scale. I mean, you just want to look good in your clothes. So whether it's weight loss because of, the scale showing you weight loss, or if it's fat loss because you're showing it in your clothes, either way, it's still a loss. So just know that. So the first thing I do is recommend a couple of our supplements for the 14-day induction. The first supplement I recommend is the Caraluma. This is an appetite suppressant. It's going to give you the suppression of the appetite. It's going to make sure that you are not hungry throughout this. In addition to the foods that you're eating, sometimes when you're weaning yourself off of carbs, your brain mentally tells you that you're hungry, even if you're not. So that's the first thing that I would suggest. Secondly, we also have our Forskolin. Forskolin is our #1 seller. It is a fat burner that helps release stored fat, and it will help you in your weight loss journey. Now, you could take Forskolin and Garcinia cambogia, or you could take either or. So that's why I put this and or. So Garcinia cambogia is now our second biggest seller. And people sometimes will lace the Garcinia cambogia, with the Forskolin together to increase their efforts. It's not mandatory, but it definitely does help if you're trying to increase your efforts that way. And last but not least, this is our original Success Drops, hormone-free. They used to be called Skinny Drops, but they're now called Success Drops. They're our hormone-free drops. They contain agents that not only suppress your appetite, but it burns fat and builds muscle. So these all have hyperlinks to purchase. Just click on the product or click on the name, and it'll take you over to the hyperlink. So while you're doing your induction, this is what you'll be eating. But first, I want to tell you what the purpose of it is. The 14-day induction plan focuses on providing your body with the nutrition it needs from protein and fat. No carbs. The only carbs you'll be eating is the carbs from your vegetables, and I'll show you that later on. It does that while minimizing the food your body doesn't need, which is a lot of carbs. Focus on keeping your dietary carbohydrates 25 to 35 grams, up to 50 grams for men. Men sometimes need more, and you may want to adjust your carbs depending on what your body is doing throughout this 14-day induction. If you're losing slowly, sometimes that means that you need more carbs. So some people start off at 20 grams and they'll go up to 35. There's other people that just start in the middle. It just all depends on your body. Okay? The foods and beverages on this list are only the foods and beverages to be consumed while in the induction phase. When you move over to phase 2, there'll be additional foods. But right now in this phase, in induction, this is it. This is what you need to eat. The food can be prepared any way you please, including frying. However, don't use any flour or breading or cornmeal to coat your food because, of course, that's full of carbs. So this is the induction phase laid out. This is a brief summary, which is part 1 of the suggested plan. The phase is meant to change your body from burning carbs to energy to burning your body fat. The induction phase lasts 14 days. This phase consists of eating mostly protein in the form of meat, chicken, fish, and eggs. But you'll also have fats in the form of mayonnaise, butter, and olive oil, as long as there's no sugar in the mayonnaise. Vegetables will consist of leafy green vegetables for salads, all types of cheese except cottage cheese, and normal salad dressing. Don't use any low-fat dressings because it contains sugar. That's one of the biggest misconceptions about low-fat is that, oh, it's low-fat, it should be good for you. But no, it does contain sugar, and you don't want any sugar in this program. The main objective is to keep your carb consumption between 25 to 35 grams, like I stated earlier, up to 50 grams for men. There's no fruit, bread, pasta, potatoes, beans, or other starchy vegetables in this phase. No drinks sweetened with aspartame can be consumed. You can choose drinks with sucralose to help while in this phase. However, you must know that sometimes when you're taking in artificial sugars, the more you consume, the more you crave. So just be very careful with that. There's some people who go through induction and don't have any drinks at all other than water, or maybe make lemon water, or either put mint in your water if you need a flavor. That's up to you. You have to do what you're going to be able to commit to for 14 days, but just know that sometimes that happens. You must drink at least half your body weight in ounces of water a day to keep the toxins flushed out. So please make sure that you're drinking that. So if you're 200 pounds, you need 100 ounces a day. If you are 180 pounds, you need 90 ounces of water a day. Okay, when you're hungry, eat as much as you want of the following foods. So you have unlimited amounts of this meat category: beef, hamburger, steak, pork, ham, bacon, pepperoni, lamb, veal, sausage, hot dogs, and any other meat in this category. For poultry, chicken, turkey, duck, or fowl. For fish and shellfish, you can have any fish, including tuna, salmon, catfish, sea bass, trout, shrimp, scallop, crab, and lobster. You can eat the whole egg without any restrictions. Make sure you include your fats. That's why these foods are high in fats. It's going to catapult the fat burning process for your body. Sometimes people think, oh, well, I should have low fat, no fat. No. Keto is using fat to burn stored fat in your body. So make sure that you are aware of that, and you do need to include your fats. Don't avoid the butter and the oils. They're there, and they do not contain carbs, so you're okay. You don't have to limit your quantities, but you should stop eating when you're full. This is going to also train your brain and your body to work together to know that when you're full, you need to stop eating. But if you are hungry, make sure that you eat so that you don't cheat. Choose up to 4 ounces of cheese daily. This includes hard aged cheese, Swiss cheese, and all of these in the list. You can have up to 2 tablespoons of cream daily, mayonnaise up to 2 tablespoons daily. Make sure it's sugar-free. Olives, black or green, up to 6. Avocado, half of the fruit daily. You can have lemon lime juice up to 2 teaspoons. Soy sauce, pickles, zero carb. All of these things you could have. Zero carb snacks. There's no restriction on this here. Alcohol should not be consumed. Now remember, all these things you do have restrictions as far as serving sizes, but the meat you do not. You just eat until you're full. Okay? All right, so no alcohol in this phase. Salad, green, and non-starchy vegetables must be eaten daily within the limited amounts. You can have leafy greens, 2 cups a day, so you can make a salad and use salad dressing as well. Non-starchy vegetables, you can have 1 cup, measured, uncooked. Once they're cooked, of course, they're going to cook down and it's going to be a little bit less. But, I mean, you've got a lot of vegetables to choose from. So you really, really shouldn't be hungry in this phase. This includes everything like artichokes, asparagus, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, so on and so forth. Onions are a little higher in carbs than other vegetables. So kind of try to stay away from putting too many onions in your food. But you absolutely can use that for flavor. If you do not have high blood pressure or heart failure, then use bouillon as needed during the first few weeks of the diet to minimize headache or fatigue. This is a medical disclaimer. We are not medical professionals. Always consult your doctor before starting this or any other program. And if you have any medical concerns, you would need to contact your doctor. We wouldn't be able to advise you. All right, you can take bouillon up to 2 times daily as needed for sodium replenishment, because this is going to deplete the sodium from your body. So clear broth is strongly recommended unless you're told to restrict your salt intake. Again, consult your doctor. Carb cravings are common the first week of the program. This can be relieved by taking L-glutamine. L-glutamine is found in Lose a Pound Daily Success Drops, and it can be purchased, here on the website. Remember, I had the link right up here that shows you that you can purchase Success Drops. So, right here. You can purchase it from us. Let me just scroll on down. When on the run and preparing dinner is difficult, the rotisserie chicken from your grocery store is an acceptable meal. Fast food options include grilled chicken from KFC as well as a chicken Caesar salad from McDonald's. Most places will serve their hamburgers without a bun, so just ask. So if you're out and you just need something quick, you can definitely get a hamburger without a bun. And just be careful about the ketchup if you do that, because ketchup contains sugar. So, you may want to grab sugar-free ketchup. On the website, Nature's Hollow, they have a lot of great condiments, and their ketchup is really good. So snacks, you can have cube cheese, string cheese, pepperoni slices, almonds, Akin bars. Make sure that they don't have sugar. Last time I checked, they didn't. All forms of jerky, pork rinds, hard-boiled eggs, sugar-free Jell-O, dill pickles, sugar-free popsicles, and so forth and so on. Remember to eat when you're hungry. Stop eating when you're full. The program works best on an on-demand feeding type basis. Don't just eat to eat. That's a bad habit that a lot of people have. And just because you know that it's there, you can have it. Here's some other important reminders about the 14-day induction diet. The following are not on the program, not whatsoever. No sugar, bread, cereal, flour, juice, honey, whole, or skim milk. The only dairy is what was up above with the cheese and the particular type of yogurt. This is telling you that you can have the yogurt if it's not the Carb Smart yogurt that we talked about earlier. Canned soups, dairy substitutes, ketchup, sweet condiments, and relish. Avoid all of that. It's not on the program. Avoid these common mistakes. Like I said earlier, beware of fat-free or light and diet products. They contain hidden sugars and starches. Coleslaw, sugar-free cookies, none of that. None of that at all. Avoid products that are labeled great for low-carb diets. You want to make sure that you're reading the label. Most of the times it says great for low-carb diets, but it contains sugar. Once you've completed the 14-day induction, you may transition to our number 2 program, which is Keto Basics, or any other low-carb program you can transition to. You normally want to just stay on the induction for 14 days. It's not recommended to stay on it longer, although I've known people to stay on it longer. But basically, your body just needs this 14-day kick. Once you finish, you can go back to start here, go back to keto, and it'll tell you the very next one to do is to move on to number 2, which is the Keto Basics. And once you get over to the Keto Basics, look at our next video, which I explain that in detail. All right, thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the group. Oh, don't forget, at the bottom of this video, I'm going to post a link to our Facebook group. Make sure that you join the Facebook group so that you can get added support and added recipes and tips and tricks to help you throughout your weight loss journey. All right, thank you.